So as these vibrations became more and more intense, I started floating up into the sky in an almost Jesus Christ-like pose. It was very, very spiritual and very moving as I started floating up and up and up, and eventually I was above the skyscrapers and I was above all the buildings, and as that happened I went from being in like a Jesus pose to more being flat. And then as I turned flat and I was just staring down at the ground, keep in mind the vibrations inside me are still going on, and then suddenly my head feels an incredible weight and I feel dragged down, and as I feel that, I suddenly start plummeting towards the floor. Momentarily I think, whoa, I'm going to hit the floor, but then my lucidity confirms to me that no, don't worry, even if you do hit the floor, it's only a dream, so it's okay. As I was just about to hit the floor, bang, it just stopped and I was just in a different place again. Another scene transition of sorts, but this time it felt different. It felt like that click just before I hit the floor was like that confirmation that, yeah, I've now left my earthly body and I've left my dreaming mind, and I'm in spirit state now. Again, I can't prove it, and I've touched on this kind of thing in my previous video, A Journey into the Astral Plane. But it's just this sense you get that, right, you know, I'm out of body now. Anyway, so again, I'm in this abandoned place all of a sudden, and it's like, the only way I can describe it is an abandoned movie projection room, but like a really old one from the 50s or 60s. And it was like, you know, reels of film, they were all scattered about the place, and it was like that. So once again I got back to asking for my higher self, and I just began saying out loud again, I want to talk to my higher self, I want to talk to my higher self. Before I knew it, my pleas were answered a lot more quickly this time, and I stood there and I just felt these two hands touch my back, and just even talking about it now just sends a shiver down my spine, because just this energy, just this euphoria filled my body, just this warmth. It was an amazing rush of pure emotion just running through me, and I just heard a voice behind me say, I am here. And I believe that was my higher self that said that to me. I didn't turn around and look. I didn't feel like I had to. I didn't feel like we needed to look each other in the eyes. You know, maybe it wasn't even that there was a physical embodiment of a being behind me. Maybe it was just the energy of my higher self that I felt. Either way, during that time where I had my higher self's hands on my back, or whatever it was, I just felt this unity and connection, and it was just simply incredible. And as I was just, all these beautiful thoughts were running through my mind, and everything just seemed right, and as I was thinking that, I burst into light, like bits of light started shattering from my body, and the intense feeling was getting more and more intense by the second as this light burst out of me, and the next thing I knew, bang, I actually burst into a ball of light and started like kind of evaporating off into the ether, as it were, and then I woke up. And again, when I woke up, it felt like I was being kind of snapped very rigidly back into my body, bang, like you're back kind of thing. And wow, well, it was probably one of the most amazing lucid dreams I've had in my life. And like I said, I woke up from the lucid dream on Christmas Day. It was a great way to start the day, put me in a great mood for the rest of the day, and that mood has carried on over the week or two since it has been there. And I just look back and I feel really grateful that I've had an experience like that. And thanks to my higher self, or my spirit guide, or whatever, you know, power or spirit or soul that I encountered that night, thank you for that experience. It was amazing.